Hello everyone, today we'll talk about the smartphone, which is the electrical engineering part. My name is taehoon and I talk about the iPhone, and yukeun will talk about Samsung Galaxy series, and hongsik will talk about other smartphones like Google phone. First, I talk about the iPhone, which is the best smartphone in the world. iPhone is the Apple smartphone, which is the famous for Steve Jobs, who is the previous CEO of Apple. And Apple has a lot of products. For example, iMac, which is the desktop of Apple, and iPad, which is the tablet PC of Apple, and the MacBook, which is the laptop computer, and the iPod, which is the MP3 of Apple. However, the most important product is iPhone. Then let's look at Steve Jobs' iPhone launching presentation.
Let me talk about a category of things. The most advanced phones are called smartphones, so they say. And they typically combine a phone plus some email capability, plus they say it's the internet, sort of the baby internet, into one device, and they all have these plastic little keyboards on them. And the problem is that they're not so smart, and they're not so easy to use. So if you kind of make a Business School 101 graph of the smart axis and the easy to use axis, regular cell phones are kind of right there. They're not so smart, and they're not so easy to use. But smartphones are definitely a little smarter, but they actually are harder to use. They're really complicated. Just for the basic stuff, people have a hard time figuring out how to use them. Well, we don't want to do either one of these things. What we want to do is make a leapfrog product that is way smarter than any mobile device has ever been and super easy to use. This is what iPhone is. Okay?
As he said, iPhone is smart and easy to use. Then how can it possible? Because of these four iPhones' identity. First, capacitive touchscreen. Second, iOS and Safari browser. Third, App Store and iTunes. Last, design and battery. First, the capacitive touchscreen is the technology of touchscreen. This is the basic circuit of the capacitive touchscreen. Like this, when we touch this part to use finger, because of the finger's resistance, the charging time is longer than no touching part. So the smartphone can distinguish where we touch. Like this, there are a lot of sensing lines, so the smartphone is easy to check where we touch to check the charging time. And this technology has a lot of advantage. It doesn't need stylus, which is the pen, to touch screen, and is more accurate, and it can ignore unintended touches. Amazingly, it can distinguish multi-finger gestures. And the most important thing, it is patented. So it is the unique technology of iPhones. And second, iOS and Safari browser. iOS is the iPhone's operation system, and Safari is the iPhone's web browser. They are high security and proper to multitasking. Third one is App Store and iTunes. Apple has their own App Store, and MP3 and video function is same as iPod Touch. So when you use iPod Touch before, iPhone is more easy to use. And it can sync with other Apple's product to use iTunes. So you have other Apple's product like iMac, it is easy to use and convenient. And lastly, iPhone has a simple and pretty design like this. There are a lot of series of iPhone 1 to 6 Plus. And it is because embedded battery, which is battery, are not separable to phone. Although it is embedded, the iPhone's battery time is as long as others. In 2012, iPhone is the best sales smartphone of first ranked and second ranked. And it is same as 2013, iPhone is world's first and third and fourth ranked.
Next, I'm the second presenter who will talk about Samsung Galaxy phone. You all know very well about Samsung, which is the biggest company in Korea. Samsung Group has many their own companies, include Samsung Electronics, Samsung Industry, Samsung Engineering, Samsung Insurance, and so on. Among them, Samsung Electronics makes the highest profits because they make Samsung Galaxy phone. He is chairman of Samsung, Lee. Samsung Electronics treats many products, for example TV, air conditioner, refrigerator, laptop, cell phone, and so on. Let me introduce you about short history of Samsung Galaxy phone. This phone is the first Android Samsung smartphone which name is Galaxy A, released in 2010. Is there anyone who used this phone? Good, because Galaxy A is evaluated as one of the worst smartphones. 1 year passed, Samsung overcame this suffering and released Samsung Galaxy S2. Galaxy S2 was the first phone which is sold over 4 million figures in Korea, and it is sold over 40 million figures all over the world. For reference, iPhone 4 was sold around 3.5 million figures in Korea. 5 months after Samsung Galaxy S2 was appeared, Samsung made new evolution which name is Samsung Note 1. Samsung Note 1 is the first product of tablet. Tablet is compound of phone and tablet. Its size is 5.3 inch, which is very big comparing with that time smartphone, which size is about 4 inch. Nowadays, Galaxy S6 and Galaxy Note 4 is the most recent product of Samsung Galaxy phone. Next, I want to show you the strengths of Samsung Galaxy phone. This table shows the time of each phone's battery life. You can see that Samsung Galaxy S5 can endure 7.5 hours and got excellent. However, Apple iPhone 6 can endure only 5.5 hours and got average. Even iPhone 6 is the most recent smartphone of Apple, but Samsung Galaxy S5 is not. The battery of Samsung Galaxy S6 is more advanced than those of Samsung Galaxy S5. More details, battery capacitance of Samsung Galaxy S6 is 2550 mAh, and those of iPhone 6 is 1810 mAh. Battery capacitance is very important factor when we use smartphone. Next strength is durability. This video shows that the proof of durability of Samsung Galaxy phone. This is iPhone 5 and this is Samsung Galaxy S3. You can see that iPhone 5 is shattered, but we can still see the shape of Samsung Galaxy S3. Also, somebody conducted interesting experiment. This is picture of dumbbell falling onto Samsung Galaxy S4. She dropped dumbbell 3 times in her shoulder height. However, Samsung Galaxy S4 was okay. You don't have to worry about physical breaking down of Samsung Galaxy phone. This is the table of top 5 total mobile phone market share. You can see that Samsung takes 23.7%, which is the highest. Also, lower table shows top 5 smartphone market share. It is much high percentage, 31.3%, and the next highest Apple takes 15.0%. The statistics and some experiments are saying that you should use Samsung Galaxy phone.
Hi, I am the last presenter of electrical engineering part. First, let's start with this market share graph. This is 2014 recent data, and I got this from statista.com. First, this grade 1/3 is by Samsung. They are number 1, and this another 1/3 is Apple. So They are having almost 70% of global market share, which means they are dominating the whole industry. And because of that reason, we spent first two parts of our presentation to explaining these companies. Now, let's see the new graph. It's about the same thing, but the data is from 2009. In this picture, you can see the one company forms almost 50%, and this company is Nokia. And this, the smallest one, is Samsung. See, there is only 5-year time difference, but the content is totally different. Nokia has vanished in today's chart, and Samsung became the number one. Like this, same thing could happen in 5 years from now on. So, from that point of view, I'm gonna introduce you two new companies which could be the winner of next generation. First is Xiaomi. Xiaomi is a Chinese company and is founded in 2010, and now is the world's third largest smartphone distributor of the world. This is Xiaomi's reference smartphone model Mi4, and when you see this edge, it's called the diamond cutting, which is used in Apple iPhone 5 and 5S. And maybe because of that, it looks almost same as iPhone. And you can find here the Xiaomi strategy. Just copy Apple or Samsung and sell them at a cheaper price. It's simple, but it's powerful. See, Xiaomi is only 5-year-old company, but they are already number 3. And of course, there could be some limit for just copying, but until that the limit point came, they will be larger and larger. And the second is Google. Now Google is known as just internet company, and they have powerful software, as you know, and plus they are planning to make a smartphone by themselves. It's named Project Ara. Ara will be a modular smartphone, and Google will provide the main body, and you can assemble each module by yourself. The strength of a modular smartphone is that you can concentrate on a part which you like, and by not using the which part you don't want, so you can reduce the cost. See, here is an example. This guy named Garrett Kingsman that used Nikon's camera module and Duracell's battery pack and the Nvidia's video card, and this Nike would be healthcare module. Like this, by attracting other companies outside of the smartphone industry, the Google want to make a new order in the smartphone industry. Okay, it's end of our presentation, and any questions?